Wait, let me get in. Zinnerville. Okay, I need my names. I was preparing for this. Let me zoom in. Okay. Under his eyes. It's visible. Perfect. Okay. And his name is? Yes, dude! Okay. I got my first name. Wait, I'm still speedrunning. Let me zoom in. Wait, there are new hairs. Okay, I don't care, I'm going with this one. Okay, perfect. And she's called... Please. Yes! Okay, one more name. I only need one more name. Please. Oh, okay. I did it, guys. I got 4 of my names. Hi, my name is North, but you can also call me Mark.
Oh, hi Mark.
Shut the... I've been waiting for this game for about 7 years already, ever since I saw a trailer for it back in high school, and now that it's finally here, I can finally start my Lost Ark journey. Except I'm already level 50. Yeah, so it took me about 14 hours getting to Northern, and I did most of the side quests because they give you a lot of engraving books and other cool stuff. I've done this leveling process for about 11 times, and there's not much I'd like to cover about it, so for now just know that I did the story of Tortoik, Anika and Artetine, and I also did most side quests starting from Tortoik. The very first thing that I did after Northern was I boosted my gun lancer, Juicy Daddy, with the free power pass that we got, and I did the power pass quest the entire way through.
Mama, I want to become a priest and help people.
Shut up, Armin, if that's your real name. Okay, after using your power pass you get your free 302 set and you can start working on your new character. And not only that, you also get another free power pass that I used on my striker, who's called Mr. Fister. On him I actually skipped the entire power pass because all these rewards you can actually get only one time. Then I went ahead and I did my first 2 Chaos Dungeons, and let me show you how doing Chaos Dungeons looks like on a gunslinger. In my defense, this boss actually takes a longest time to spawn. Then I upgraded to 340 and did the first tier 1 abyssal dungeon, and I also paid for the extra rewards at the end of the dungeon. And after that I also did the second tier 1 abyssal dungeon, where if you tingle with the correct colored balls of the boss, he pretty much just drops dead. Then again I paid for the extra rewards, crafted my epic tier 1 set, transferred my honing progression over to that set, and went ahead and started doing my island quests that I knew would give me tier 1 upgrade rewards. The first island that I actually did was Shadow Island, and this island on the outside actually looks sick. From this island alone, I actually get a lot of upgrade mats. These island quests you can unfortunately only do on one character. And as the last part of the quest you are required to clear the 24th floor, but the 24th floor is not on this island, but in actually the tower dungeon itself. I feel like many people still might not know this. Following Shadow Island, I did the quest on Phaeton, on Sunflower Island, on Dreamcool Island, on Starlight Isle, on Panda Island, yay, Turtle Island, where turtles are actually Pokemons, and on Runaways Island. For pretty much every island in the game, you can go on max roll, go onto the island page, set your filter for rewards, and you can select whatever reward you're looking for example, Harmony Shards, and max roll will tell you which islands quests you can do for that specific reward. There are also island specific guides for each island on max roll. After doing these islands and some other islands, I was able to upgrade my gear to item level 500. And by the way, if you don't know this yet, you can actually skip the honing animation if you click to the transferring tab and then back to honing. And then I made my way to Rohendel. There I one-shot this noob boss, kept honing my gear, read 20 blue cursed toll books, did the 2 Rohendel abyssal dungeons, and met some nice guys. And of course I also paid for the extra upgrade mats, as always. Crafted my tier 1 legendary set. Transferred my honing progression over to it. And at this point I was almost at item level 600 by the way. I also did my second awakening quest, where you are required to go to Promise Isle 2 times actually. So what I did was I saved one of my Bifrost teleports on the island, so that I didn't have to sail back again. After finishing this quest, you get your second awakening. And not only that, but on all of your future characters, all you need to do for your second awakening is that you go and visit Beatrice with Jixion, talk to her, and you will get your second awakening item in your mailbox. And by the way, this is how Striker's second awakening looks like. This is one of my favorite awakenings in the game. I have also been using this Discord, where basically people post about traveling merchants, and we have separate pings for each card and legendary affinity items and for such things, but sadly the server is currently full. However, I've been using it for mostly getting Seria cards, and I've also been looking out for Way cards, and at this point my Seria card is maxed out, by the way. And then finally I got my final plus 15 piece, and I was able to make my way to Yorn, the land of Gnoblins. Here I was actually turned into one of their kind, and this guy basically can't even do anything other than time traveling. Like what? Then I had to do the coffin dance. And did you guys know that you can get the nut card in Yorn? I also stopped to lay some pipes, and I got my pitch drop Helgaia pet, who has a real cool name. If you want to be cool, then you should try and be like this guy and become a subscriber. And also like the video. At this point, you guys probably already know how good I am at landing awakenings. Yeah. Then I also met the Naruto and Sasuke of Yorn. And after finishing the story, I was able to replace my item level 600 gear set with an item level 802 set from the Chaos Dungeons. And the very first thing after getting my 802 set was unlocking the Stronghold researches for your roster health. There are 2 researches that you can actually unlock. Then I also went back and did the tier 1 ghost ship, because at this point there weren't too many tier 2 players. So clearing the tier 2 ghost ship wasn't too realistic. And then from all the island quests that I did, I had a lot of tier 2 mats actually that I could use to hone my gear to item level 976, which then allowed me to make my way to Phaeton, which was the next area of the main story quest. At here I met Levi from Attack on Titan, who's as impatient as ever.
行くぞ。
And just look at this area, there's such a nice scenery in this continent. Yep, Cook. Have I told you guys that I love this area? I have of course also been doing my adventure islands, especially the ones that give gold, and I'm not sure if you guys know this already, but the amount of gold that you get from adventure islands depends on your item level, which is pretty nice to be aware of. I have of course been doing my Lullaby Island attendance for the Forest Minuet song and the Lullaby Island token as well. In the meantime, I created a board and started using the knowledge vault system, the knowledge transfer system in my Stronghold, and I've been boosting up actually multiple characters here to level 50. It's very nice because you only need to pay 600 gold and you basically get a item level 302 character after 8 hours. It's basically a free-to-play version of the Power Pass. Then I summoned the Blood Moon. I also did some reporting in Phaeton for the gold rewards from Lutia and from Jederico. And then I finished the Phaeton story. This might also come as a surprise for some of you, that actually starting from Rohendel, the story dungeons actually give you upgrade mats as a reward, but only one time. But they give rewards for each normal and hard mode. Then I went and did the quest of the Hypnosis Eyes Island, as well as the Azure Wind Island, that you can find a guide for on Maxroll, and opened up all the chests that I collected. Here's some free dopamine for you. And then kept honing until I exhausted all these upgrade mats, which made me item level 1023. Then I went to this island full of cute animals, and they were rude enough to remind me of the one time that I tried Tinder. I also woke up Nineveh. And I finally also did the Yorn episode dungeons. Paid for the extra rewards. Crafted my epic tier 2 set. Transferred my honing progression over to that set. Then I also did the underwater episode dungeons. Crafted my tier 2 legendary set. Again, transferred my honing progression over to the new set. And then I was lucky enough to open up a legendary card pack, which then included a Armen card, which is actually pretty nice because it's part of the Crit Chance card set, and at this point I had no Armen card yet. I also got my 20 island tokens for the Greater Skill Point Potion. If you're curious which island tokens I've obtained, then here's a clip where I show you each part of the ocean. And then I also went to Mythos Island because you get some tier 2 upgrade mats here, and this is probably my greatest regret so far in Lost Ark. Like, what is this? What am I supposed to do here? And of course, but after a second attempt I actually managed to clear the dungeon and I got my rewards. However, the rewards were not even nearly as plentiful as I had expected. But still, I was able to make some more progress on my gear after a few days, and I managed to upgrade my pants to plus 15. I failed my weapon. Then I first tried my chest, And after that, I've come to the sad realization that I'm pretty much out of all the one-time sources for tier 2, so all I could do is try to make use of the other daily and weekly related content sources. So what I did was basically a 6 to 8 hour session of Infinite Chaos Dungeon, which then netted me 10k fragments that I spent on the entire Infinite Chaos shop. And I also had enough orbs to buy more than half inventory worth of necklaces that are of course character bound, so I couldn't sell these, but I was able to salvage them for a pretty reasonable amount of stones and shards. And then these guardian shards, the fragments that I got from the Infinite Chaos Dungeon, I am able to put in my roster storage so my future tier 2 characters can use these to get some more upgrade mats. Then I was also able to get my shoulder piece to plus 15. At this point I only had my headpiece and my weapon that weren't plus 15 already. And luckily enough, even though I was short on leap stones only, I got a boss rush ticket from Chaos Dungeons that gave me pretty much enough leap stones to finish up my gear and reach item level 1100. This is how my roster looked like when I hit item level 1100 on my gunslinger. And then I basically just made my way over to Pulika, where all the time everyone's having amazing fun, except for this girl. I was also gifted some pretty cute flowers. And after finishing the story, I cleared my first tier 3 Chaos Dungeon, and then began the gold stacking, because basically almost all of my tradable upgrade mats I started selling in the auction house, netting me about 50,000 gold so far, but part of that I spent on blue crystals already. Here in tier 3 I didn't make the same mistake as I did in tier 2. I actually remembered to transfer my previous gear set over to my new set, and I started using my bound upgrade mats that I got from Chaos Dungeons and the Welcome Challenge, and I basically just kept selling all my upgrade mats that I could sell. And then I kept upgrading and finally reached 1325, which is basically almost where I'm at in the present. Then I also found another legendary card book, which gave me a King Tyrain card, which I was also pretty happy about, because this means that I don't need to force my Tyrain report for the Tyrain card. I can just focus on other report NPCs. And the next day I of course got my epic Chaos set that I will be most likely using until I can clear the 1370 hard mode of the tier 3 Abyssal dungeons, or until Argos or Volten comes out. And that basically concludes all of my progress in Lost Ark so far. Of course, I didn't include absolutely everything, like I did the one-shot Nia report trick that you can do, which is very simple actually. You only need to get Nia to friendly level 1, and you need 3000 points at least on that level, and then you need 15 legendary affinity gifts of the same item that you give to her, and she basically maxes out, and you get your Orpheus star, which is very nice for the greater skill point potion. And I did some other stuff, but those are not so meaningful. I think I mentioned everything that was actually important. So yeah, I am honestly happy to say that I am addicted to this game, absolutely. And I am really happy about it, because I've spent years looking for a game like this after I pretty much grew to hate my previous main game. That was League of Legends. I've spent way too much time playing that game, and honestly I was just looking for something new that I could dive really deep into, and I found that that game for me is Lost Ark. Obviously this game is not going to be for everyone, but I think that it's nice if most people at least give it a try and see if they like it or not. Because in my opinion, this game is absolutely worth your time, and it's one of the few games that actually respects free-to-play players as well as people who don't have too much time to play the game. But honestly, I am having a blast so far. I've been enjoying every single minute of playing the game, even the mindless grind of the 8-hour Infinite Chaos Dungeon session. I would easily do it again anytime.
Oh, do it again.
And I hope you guys are also having a lot of fun playing this game. But with that said, with me being basically recovered from COVID, expect videos coming a lot more often in the next few weeks and onwards, as well as maybe occasional streams over on twitch.tv. If you're enjoying this kind of videos, then please let me know in the comment section, because if this video is something that you guys enjoy, then I might try and make more of these kinds of videos as well, not just guides. But I also have other sort of Lost Ark content that I have planned for the near future that I'm sure you guys will like. With all that said, thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you all next time.